Hey guys, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. Last time, Wilkin had arrived, and the music was awesome! So let's do it!
Here we go!
The tank should be able to breach that wall. It may provide us with a shortcut, Welks.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Hang in there, Alicia.
Okay, so, tanks. Tanks possess firepower and endurance far beyond that of foot soldiers. They are able to deflect nearly all gunfire from enemy soldiers. This makes them a solid wall for your own ground units to hide behind. Unlike ground units, however, tanks do not recover a portion of their lost HP each round. Tanks also consume 2 CP when selected in command mode. Relying too heavily on tanks in battle will quickly lead to a fatal shortage of CP. Additionally, tanks require AP to turn. So take care to plan ahead which direction you'd like to face at the turn's end. That is vital. And as you can see down there, you see how my AP bar is way shorter than Alicia or the Town Watchman or Welkin before. Different units have different amounts of AP, so you're going to need to learn to get used to that. So let's go. Anyway,
Hostile sighted!
Oh, so badass, it slows down the game.
It's a tank! It's a galleon tank! Alicia, I'm sorry we're late.
Welkin, you have a tank?
We can talk later. Right now, we need to stop those soldiers.
Enemy tank sighted, Welks. Switching to anti-tank combat. Armor-piercing shells loaded.
Alright, let's go take it down.
Hell yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I've got 82mm anti-armor, which is infinite, or I have the 82mm mortar, which I only have 1. The difference between the mortar and the armor-piercing shells is mortar is for anti-personnel. Now, I can't even hit the tank, or wow, attacking with the tank. 3 major means of attack: anti-armor, explosive mortar, and a mounted machine gun. Anti-armor shells are effective against enemy coverings of hard armor, such as tanks. Those are mortars, ground units, and mortars travel along an arc. Machine gun's best suited. The machine gun is best suited to striking enemies that are too close for the mortar, and is used to intercept incoming enemies. Okay, so yada yada. Now, whenever you use the mortar, you're gonna want to use the D-pad, because when you use the control stick, it goes way too fast. So, yeah. What you're gonna want to do here is kinda aim for the middle. So get it to where even the slightest tap will swap to a new enemy. You see what I'm doing right here? I'm just barely touching it and swapping. That's pretty much the middle. So let's do it. Ba-boom! Triple kill! Bitches. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, how did... I guess he was just far away. Oh, well. Anyway, let's do it. Now, you might think you can roll over enemies, but you can't. As you can see, you just knock them out of the way. That also happens with your own units, so you don't need to worry about hurting your own units or anything like that. So, yeah. Now, as you can see, you see my health? It's at 17,000, or, 1,700, but it's going down. Enemies will always shoot at your radiator, which will take damage. However, it doesn't take much, unless it's getting hit by an explosive of some type. So, when you're using the tank, you're going to want to always hit the radiator. So, yeah. And then, as you can see, tanks have 3 major areas. They have the tread, they have the turret area, and then they have the radiator. You're going to want to always go for the radiator, though as you can see, that by that little orange circle says where your bullet could go, potentially. So it could potentially go to a lot of different spots. When you hit the turret, you're going to damage the body. Or, okay, it's not the turret, it's the body. When you damage the body, you damage the body. When the body HP goes down to 0, it is destroyed. When the tread HP goes down, you are not killing the tank. You are limiting its mobility. It loses a severe amount of AP. It can barely move at all, but it is still functional. The radiator is just its weak point, so you're going to want to shoot that when you're trying to kill it. So let's do it. Come on. Good. Whew. So yeah, it took 1,000 damage from one shot. Yes, I already explained everything. Body HP, turret HP, yada yada. Okay, the glowing blue radiator plates, weak point, okay. Bullets do reasonable damage, yada. Okay. So, by saving my AP, I have 2 more turns with the tank, so even if I do miss, I'm going to get them. Like, you know. So, you're going to want to close in, and you want your target to fill up as much of that orange circle as much as possible. So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah! Suck it! Kaboom! Bitch. Operation complete. Operation was owned!
Yes! We stopped it! Nice work, East.
Woohoo! Now you're my hero, Welkin.
The Imperials are running off for now. Looks like we bought some time, at least.
Welks! It's a boy! Martha had a boy!
She gave birth in Dad's tank?
Yes, and without complications. They're both perfectly healthy.
Good. That's fantastic. Now let's stay sharp as we head out of town.
Well, that's lucky. Oh, hey, I got an A rank. Yeah! But, okay, now, you see down there how, you know, we get the base results, and then we get the clear results. Down there it says enemy leader bonus. You know how I was killing those enemies with that gives CP? Each time you kill one of those enemies, you get an additional 500 experience and additional $500. And with a light tank, you get an additional 300 experience and 300 monies. Or no. I think that might be total. I think. So, for the enemy leaders, that would be you get $250 in experience per kill. So, killing those guys is very much worthwhile, even if, you know, it's worthwhile if the mission is taking a long time, because that way you can still get some money and experience out of it. So that's worth doing. Yeah. The one part that I thought was really funny. Oh, I think we're gonna get a cutscene here. Oh no. Okay. One thing that I thought that was really funny, but I forgot to say it, was when Alicia was like, Welkin, you have a tank? I was gonna say, what, I have a tank? You ought to see my bear suit from that other game I was in. But anyway. You know, because he was Teddy. Just in case people didn't remember that or something.
Two hours after the first shots were fired, Brule was under Imperial control. Though a mere skirmish by Empire standards, the raid on Brule would mark Welkin Gunther's first taste of battle and begin his rise to a Gallian hero.
Alicia.
I thought I would be ready for this. I knew war meant this might happen. It hurts. Seeing my town overrun like this, seeing all those people killed, it's just not right. How could all this happen? It isn't human, Welkin.
We look at those birds and see how wild and free they are. But they all have their own territories. If anything threatens their home, they'll risk their lives to defend it. People are animals too. We do what we have to, when we have to. Animals are in a constant struggle to stay alive, but I've also seen them help each other, almost like they were cooperating in order to survive.
Cooperating?
That's why I'm so into studying natural science. That coexistence. I want to know how it works. If we could figure that out, mankind could put it to use for our own survival. That's why I want to be a teacher, so that I can pass that knowledge on to the children. I mean, even if we can't completely eliminate war, at least we might learn to live together as one people.
You think so?
Whelks, look. Martha fell asleep, so that makes me the babysitter. See, Alicia?
Oh, he's adorable.
Just like you said, even in war, new life happens all around us. Come here. Look, that's your hometown.
Someday, we'll come back home again.
Yes. Someday soon. I know it.
Chapter 3. Vassal Urban Warfare.
Yes! Finally, it begins. Okay. Summons! I'm gonna become like a summoner, and I'll be able to summon like demons and stuff. It'll be awesome.
In March of 1935, the Empire began its invasion across Gallia's eastern border. Maximilian, commander of the Gallian invasion front, built his army around mobile armor. Ghirlandaio and the other fortresses along the border fell to his tanks in quick succession. Bruhl's fall in under 2 hours was typical of villages in the Empire's path, and the road to the capital bore a steady flow of refugees. Randgries, Gallia's capital, a town secure and stable since ancient times. Within its walls stood the castle Randgries, and within its unicorn spire resided Cordelia, Gallia's princess. Supporting Gallia's policy of neutrality was a system of universal conscription. Under it, all schools required military training each year. In the event of a war, citizens were then drafted into the militia to defend their country. As the conflict with the East grew worse, both Welkin and Alicia found themselves no exceptions to that fate.
So these are my new digs. Oh, my uniform. I should get changed before reporting in. Better get ready now. Flares, binoculars, a compass, and a map. Everything you need for a nice hike. Or combat.
Welkin? Can I come in?
Sure, it's open.
Oh, you're already changed too. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. You look good, actually. So, how about me? Do I look all right in this? Convincing?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you look fine. You wear it like a pro.
Really? You're not just saying that?
Of course not. You look tough. I like it.
Oh, good. I was worried it looked kind of silly.
No way. That plating on the back, it's like a coleopterate exoskeleton. Beetle-tastic.
Coleo what? And did you just say beetle? Welkin? What kind of girl wants to hear that she looks like a bug?
Huh? Not just any bug. A rhinoceros beetle, king of the insects. Who wouldn't want that?
Uh-huh. I guess I'll just try to take that as a very Welkin sort of compliment.
tell me about that scarf. You've been wearing it since I met you.
Oh, this? It's part of my uniform from the bakery.
Is that right?
I don't want to forget the time I spent busting my buns baking. I plan to keep wearing it until I can get back to manning the ovens again.
That's great. Once you do, I'll be first in line to get some of that bread.
Is that a promise? Well, I'll be sure to have plenty of it ready and waiting for you.
Absolutely. Hey, if you're ready, we should probably go see the captain now.
Oh, and one of my favorite parts begins because Squad 7 is born. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's do it. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Come in. Excuse me, ma'am. Galleon Militia enlistee Welkin Gunther, reporting for duty.
Ma'am, Galleon Militia Enlistee Alicia Melchiot, also reporting for duty.
I'm Captain Eleanor Varrot, commander of this regiment. Gunther, you're promoted to lieutenant. You'll be leader of Squad 7 now.
Ma'am!
Enlistee Melchiot, you're promoted to sergeant. You'll be under the lieutenant's command. Understood?
Ma'am!
What do you know? It is you. Nice coincidence, huh, Welkin?
Valdio? I had no idea that you'd enlisted.
Yep. Now that there's a real war going on, I joined up. Pretty much all the officer and training boys are here just like you.
You know each other.
Yes, ma'am. We knew each other at university. Welcome was in science and I was in archaeology. And just look at us now. No archaeology or science. Looks like the two of us are studying war, I guess.
Looks that way. It's good to see you.
And you.
That'll be all for now. There's a strategy briefing later today, but you still have time for you to catch up. You'll be spending a lot of time on the post and in Randgreaves. They'll be your new home, so get to know them. That'll be all. Report back in time for the briefing. Until then, you're dismissed.
Okay, so, now, let's see here. Let's go to book mode. Because now I need to explain. Oh, let's take a full okay, I guess I can't leave yet. That's another thing that I really, really love about this game. Like, you know, whenever you think... Like, for example, let's just go with an example. Whenever you watch a movie about cops or anything like that, there's always the angry police chief. Everybody knows the angry police chief. Damn it, Harry, or damn it, Callahan, you're a loose cannon. We can't have you, blah, 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 blah. You know, there's always the angry police chief. With this, there's no real stereotype, except for one. Except for one guy, there's no real stereotype. Everybody is pretty believable. Everybody feels real. And really, in your squad, there's no dickheads. There's no stupid people. There's no comic relief people. They're just people. And I love that. I love that so much. And the thing is, like, here's a really big thing. I'm probably going to end it off before I get to any of the Randgreaves stuff. Here's the thing. You have no idea how much more attached you get to your squad because of this one little thing. But each and every soldier in your squad has a name. And I know that sounds really weird. It's like, well, who cares? Well, when you think about it, with a strategy RPG, you don't want it to be like Scout number 1, Scout number 2, Shock Trooper number 1, Shock Trooper number 2, Tank 1, Tank 2. You don't want that. You want people. You don't want numbers. You know what I mean? So, if someone ever gets injured, or if someone is ever just really, really lucky, like they just keep getting headshot after headshot, or they just keep blowing up tanks, you get really attached to that character. And it really there's just something so much more endearing about Squad 7 than I've ever felt for anything else. Like, you know, Pokemon. Let's think Pokemon. What would you get more endeared to? Just a Beedrill that you just left named Beedrill, or a Beedrill that you named, you know, like Christopher B, or, you know, it wouldn't... Like, for example, in Pokemon Y, I have a Beedrill, and I named him Nick Cage because of that scene in The Wicker Man, where he's like, "Oh God, the bees! Oh, they're in my eyes! Ah, ah!" You know, that scene. And yeah, I'd whisper yelling, "It's pretty late," whatever. I named him that, and it's really funny. Every time I send him out, it's like, "Damn it, no, you killed Nick Cage, you son of a bitch!" You know, you get really attached to things that have, you know, that are more personal than that. So that's another thing I just love about this game. It's just the fact that your whole squad is named and stuff like that. So anyway, enough about that. I'm going to end it off. So next time, we're actually going to explore headquarters a bit. So see you then.